Start out by dumping our shot right at the start here. Oh, I love that blue. Look at that. That is beautiful. How is everyone today? Comment where you're from. Let us know where you're watching from. Where are you watching from? What are you doing today? What kind of epoxy art do you want to do? Hit that subscribe button if you like what you see and you want to see more of it. Thank you guys so much. Bernice, welcome, welcome. I hope you're having a good day today. Hope everybody is having an amazing day. I always start out, not always, but I like to start out. I feel it's a good rule of thumb, especially for beginners, with a good base layer of epoxy, like a solid coat, where basically when you get this layer down, if you were not to add any additional accents, it would be adequate coverage. And then from here on, all I'm going to be doing is adding some accent colors, but it's not like I need to add these other colors so that it doesn't fisheye or gets coverage or something. I see a lot of people will leave voids around on their piece, and sometimes that's not a real accurate way to do your art. Anyways, let me know where you're watching from today. We're kind of new on, I don't know if we're new on YouTube. We've had a YouTube channel for a long time, but we don't do lives on YouTube a lot, and we are starting to go live on YouTube. We have a real banging TikTok channel, but apparently I pissed off the great leader and he pulled my channel. So someone over there doesn't love my jokes, or I don't know if I told jokes. I don't know what it was, let's be honest. I think it started out with a Karen. They got mad that I wasn't wearing a mask, but I was actually using a Festool to polish something, to wet polish, so I kind of made fun of them for being a little bit ignorant. It's actually a vacuum sander, and I was still even polishing with a wet paste, which was kind of funny. But they didn't understand. And then, of course, I have weird ways to be rude sometimes to people and make fun of them on the live, so they turned into a Karen, reported me. They even reported me to OSHA, which was really funny because OSHA didn't care at all. The person from OSHA laughed about it. They thought it was really funny, and they said that we should educate our customers. So there you go. But that's 2023, isn't it? You don't like something, you just counsel that person. Anything you don't like, you just cancel. Just say, it's not fair. I don't like it. I didn't get my way. I think most life is about positivity and being positive, though. Everybody can be a critic. That's something I've learned in life. I used to do just a little bit of mixed martial arts, and it's funny how your biggest critics were never your most skilled guys. Usually your real skilled guys, you'd go to a really cool like martial arts gym, and your real badasses were always trying to be humble and help you. One of my best friends, Danny Ricciardi, was a Navy SEAL and such a tough guy, but what a humble, amazing person he was. Every part of his life, every aspect of his life was humbleness. So I try to, when I watch people's channels, try to figure them out, build them up. It's better to compliment somebody or encourage them. Ooh, I'm kind of, what is this? Is that a light blue? Light blue on a regular blue. I think I hope this is going where I think it's going to go. Now, this is the same way as I would do an entire countertop if I was wanting to do this pattern. Now, obviously right now, the pattern's a bit funky because I'm just partway into my process, but now normally I'd be really careful how I pour my veins if I was planning on not manipulating them again with something, a roller or whatnot, but of course I am going to be going back over them, so I'm not that worried about this right now. I'm trying to set my cups up for a little bit of a dirty pour here in a minute. Don't confuse that word. I said dirty pour. That's P-O-U-R. It's dirty, but it's epoxy, so it's fun. Okay, I think this dirty pour is going to be kind of fun, to be honest. You know what I should do maybe? Maybe I should do this instead. This, you always take a sip of your new energy drink. It's called Riot. It's pink, so I don't know. Maybe I'll identify differently after I finish this bottle. I'll be using a different restroom. I have no idea. Can't judge me if I do. Or I'll cancel you just like somebody canceled my TikTok channel yesterday. Actually, we're going to go live again tomorrow, so it was canceled like 6 days ago. Sounds like a year. I like YouTube, though, and I love my YouTube followers. And we're going to be on YouTube a lot more, so let me know what you see that you want to see more of. And I believe all these get uploaded as a regular video, correct? So let us know what you'd like to see more of. Let us know where you're watching from. Call our office always. If you have any questions, definitely call our office. Since I don't plan on using these cups again, I will stack them. Ooh, this is going to be a pretty little dirty pour right there. Yes, sir.
Get the roller.
That roller's, let me think, the roller might be the prettiest part when this is done. We'll see. I always have that potential to mess things up, so. All right, I'm not sure how unique I should. I'm trying to kick it up on an edge. Now it is important that I pass this roller off the end each time. It doesn't really matter how far I go, it just matters that I make enough passes. Try to keep them really random in here. This is kind of the fun part too. You'd love doing that on an actual countertop. This is really fun. It's easier. The bigger the piece, the better. Making a big island look natural is even easier than a small sample like this. Remember, you can make like 3 or 4 passes in the same area. It doesn't ruin anything. And you're not even going to see what you're going to get, really, until you're torched. So if you feel like it's looking a little bit messy, probably is. It's because we haven't torched it yet. It's all going to come out in the wash. It's not going to be any problem at all. Man, tried to watch that, what is that, Bob Ross movie last night? Yeah, apparently he banged a lot of girls in the back of his van. That surprised me. I ended up turning it off. I was like, this is not a kid-friendly movie. I was trying to watch something so I could watch something with my kids, and apparently he painted a lot more than just canvas. So, looks like he was probably lots of happy accidents getting splattered all over the back of his little hippie van. So, he was Bob Ross at the studio. He was Rick Ross at night in his van. So, kind of reminded me of a little cross between Step Brothers and Dirk Diggler. I don't know. I thought it was going to be artistic, and all they kept talking about was his dick size. So, seriously, anybody want to watch? I haven't seen the end of it. It was crazy. I was like, wow, apparently Bob Ross was a little more artistic than I thought.
Oh, that's the documentary?
Yeah, it's like the new Bob Ross movie. I was all excited to watch it, and then I was like, holy smokes, you guys are talking about stuff I wouldn't even talk about with my grandma, because she's dead, but if she wasn't, I'd sure talk about it. Jeanette, it's good to see you today. Well, I don't see you, but I feel like it's good to know you're on the live here. It's always good to see you. I feel you should feel seen, because I feel like I know you. Jesus sees you today. Even if you piss everybody else off and they all hate you, Jesus loves you. There you are. Look at that. I don't know. This will be I think this might turn out pretty badass. Whoa, this is like almost like a stained glass window or something. I don't know. I might do this and I might even roll it back out, but I am gonna drop a dirty little. Whoa, I'm gonna lose it. Drop my dirty little pour across the top here. I do drop timber. I dump timber all over the place. Oh, look at that. I love dirty pours. It's just such a So dump all your stuff in one container, pour it across there, and it drops out in a vein that you could never just do yourself. And come back across it if you got more. It's not a limit. It's your piece. If you're ever working artistically, just have fun. Yeah, about 10 minutes, Jeanette. About 10. Maybe a little less even, maybe. I don't know. 10-ish. Okay, now for the part that I kind of look forward to, I don't know. Do I leave that dirty pour or do I make it all look like one side effect? I think we leave it for now. I'm going to leave it for now. Now we'll see what it actually lays down and does. This should actually pour out pretty smooth. I like that it's a lot of metallics, so you're going to get a lot of movement when you torch it. With liquid pigments, if you're kind of careful when you torch it, you can get almost zero movement. But with metallics, you always get to see that really pretty flow when the torch goes over it.
Still banned, I guess.
Still what?
Still banned.
Yeah, still banned till tomorrow, I think, Jeanette. Then we'll find out what made Kim Jong-un so mad, I guess. I don't know. Somebody turned us into OSHA. It was kind of funny. OSHA laughed at them. They weren't very educated, the people that did it. I guess they didn't understand wet polishing or something like that. Haters gonna hate and ain'ters gonna ain't. I feel like if you live your life and you don't really have any haters, you're probably just living a pretty boring life, not taking any risks. You're probably not going to amount to a lot. You got to take those risks. Don't ever be scared of haters. Usually haters are only people that wish they could do what you're doing. That's sad but true. A lot of you young people out there that think you have the badass at school that intimidates you, they're probably intimidated by you. That's why they're rude to you. They never would project that, and you'll never know it till you get older. So always let stuff roll off your shoulders. I'm liking this. Good choices, Michael. Michael is our color expert here this morning. Like what? Yeah, I know. Anybody doing something great is going to get told on and hated. Ever since I've owned a company and the company has grown and we did stuff that other companies didn't do, we started making better resins. There was always haters coming out. So it's usually just people that don't want to put out the same effort. So they just badmouth at those who do. So just makes your real friend circle smaller and better. That's why we at Countertop Epoxy and Diamond Coat have an amazing team. What was our temp when we poured this about? It was getting warm-ish, but it wasn't too hot, right? So we got really good time. You could actually if you weren't overly torching it like I am, you could really work this product for probably up to 3 hours at the temp I poured it, so. You guys, I think this is beautiful, but I do think that I always have that just potential in me to just, I don't know. You are HR. That's a good problem to have. Okay. Probably wasn't in the plans to spray gold. No, it wasn't. But you know what? Half the things I've succeeded at in my life weren't planned, so. Oh, I'm liking that. Just a little simple speckly action there. A little bit of beauty. A little bit of gold, a little bit of trans green. trans green I like because it's not really going to show up and pop a ton of color, but it's going to separate that base for you and give you all kinds of movement on that base. And I think it'll keep our striations and give us a really uniquely evenly marbled top. So I'll finish out with like try to give it as even of a speckling as possible here. Let's see what we get. Oh, it's pretty. Ooh. Huh? Christina, damn you. Love it, please. No, I don't know. You know what? I'm glad you don't like it. You gotta tell me what you would have rather. I'm just kidding. And if you didn't, give me pointers, because that's why we do these. I love to see what you guys like and what you don't like. And I'm not the customer, so you gotta, I'm not here to be loved in all ways. You guys gotta give me your pointers. Tell me what you'd rather see. Tell me the colors you'd rather see on here. And thank you guys for spending your time. You never learn a lot from just people telling you that you did good. That's hard, but to try to look for actually active criticism and constructive criticism, obviously, it needs to be useful. I tell you not to worry about shit talkers, and then I tell you to look for criticism. But if you look for the right constructive criticism, it's completely the opposite of shit talkers. And then you can find people that actually help you grow. And I've trained a few thousand people, about 5 or coming up on 6,000 people now, I'm guessing, and I can say I've learned more from them than I've ever taught any of them. So I've learned so much from so many people from all over the world. Sometimes people are really nice at dropping a hint and teaching you something in the gentlest way, and sometimes people are pricks and condescending, but either way, I almost always find a way to learn something. I don't know, y'all liking that? I'm liking the flow. It's kind of giving me the itching to just roll it. I don't know. I think everybody just freak out if I rolled the whole thing. I don't know. I think it better not. Wow, that is so 3D through there. I'm afraid to now. Never mind. I know. I was looking at it. That's so beautiful. I don't know that I want to mess this up. Every once in a while, every third accident of mine's a good one. Oh, those colors are just gorgeous. Just gorgeous, and that is the simplest way to do a dirty pour. Get into your own dirty little drips. Just don't waste these drips. Pull those drips right up off the bottom and make that piece look sexy. It's funny. I think half my viewers are all this weird church that hates me now, so I'm probably gonna have a popular channel because they're trying to find ways to kick me out of church, because I don't really go to the church, but I criticized them for not being very protective of children, so I'm thinking they're the ones removing us from our channel, possibly. I had some of them let me know that they watch my channel in a very threatening way on TikTok, so it's kind of funny. You try to protect children and you have a bunch of church members come out against you. I think they were partly. I know they reported us last time when I reported them to the police. So it's okay. Haters gonna hate, and I'm willing to be hated if it's something that could ever protect my child or anybody else's. Dude, I don't know. This is so fun. It's turning out even prettier. Call me crazy. I just have fun doing this. I think if you're ever just depressed, just come to a class of mine, or just order some resin and follow along, dude. Order some epoxy and wait for our live and have fun and follow along. We'll work together. Ooh. Don't lose this. Don't lose it. It's my last stroke. Not my last stroke. I love getting the air trap between it so it breaks. It creates all that natural marbling. Now for our actual look that you get when you torch it. All those little bubbles I purposely trapped there. It happens when you get a layer on top of a layer. So I'll torch across it this way. It'll give the bubbles all time to settle in. And then we'll come right back down it with the camera. I think this piece is going to be a kind of a pretty little accident. If you're a lonely person, at least you could just pour epoxy. If you're a single man and you just keep scaring women off, just it's probably your countertops and your yellow teeth. I don't know. It does. It creates beautiful cells doing this, Jeanette. Simplest way to do this. Good. Goodness, it's beautiful. And I like just getting all the different mixture of colors you can only get from those drips sometimes. I mean, you get such a naturally marbled top that you could never paint on with a paintbrush. It's like the happiest part is the accident. There we are. I don't know. I think that's pretty hot. Wow, look at that. That's a French tickler of an application stick right there. It's curved so well, I want to use it just once. See if we can get this dirty pour out of here. Well, I'm going to stop messing with it before I just totally mess it up, because that's really what I like to do, is I like to just F with stuff until it's beyond repair. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. I hope you kill a pedophile before I see you guys next. That's kind of my TikTok thing. Maybe TikTok doesn't like that either. But God bless you guys. I hope I see you in a class soon. And remember to hit that follow button, subscribe, like. I don't know what the hell to do. Send me hearts. Just most of all, let us know what you want to see most next, and let us know. Get over to our TikTok channel and check that out. And if you're watching on TikTok, go over and check our YouTube channel out, and call our office if you have any projects you're working on. Talk to you later. Bye. That actually turned out really pretty. So 3D through there. That gold.